Hello everyone. From lightning flashing across the sky and the movement of the earth beneath our feet, to unexpected incidents on the streets, the world is always creating moments no one can predict. Let's explore these real-life scenes where nature and humanity face unexpected challenges. Floodwaters don't need much time to change everything. A rising river can quickly turn a familiar road into a dangerous place. Heavy rain triggered a mudslide that swept through the village of Camason, Switzerland, reminding us that mountain slopes should always be monitored closely after major storms. Everything changed in the blink of an eye as floodwaters rushed in and submerged this business in Iraq within seconds. The road once connected people, but in the face of the powerful mudslide, it became proof that nature always has the final say. Once a road begins showing signs of a landslide, it's no longer a place to test your luck. It's a warning to stay away immediately. A roof is meant to protect the people beneath it, but against the force of a powerful storm, it can become one of the first things to be tested. Age doesn't determine your ability to survive. This elderly woman reacted just in time after recognizing the warning signs of a massive boulder racing downhill. The floodwaters took only a few seconds to lift an entire concrete bridge deck and sweep it away right before everyone's eyes. Hey! The waves rushed in so quickly that the woman and her dog barely had time to react, creating a scene that looked straight out of a disaster movie. When lightning strikes a tree, the sap and moisture inside can expand so rapidly that the trunk may split apart or even explode. The vehicle paid the price immediately for making such a rushed decision. It appears the warning lights weren't functioning, reminding us that maintaining safety systems is just as important as drivers following the rules of the road. As the floodwaters rose higher with every passing second, the arrival of the rescue team was perhaps the last hope they had been waiting for. Behind every massive construction project are people working in the middle of countless hazards. The dam failure in Colombia is a reminder of the importance of construction site safety. Heavy rain weakened the ground beneath the roadway, and within moments it could no longer support the vehicle above. Have you ever experienced anything similar? Share your story in the comments. I believe this will be a lesson that's never forgotten. Never try to cross railroad tracks when a train is already approaching. Are you watching this video during the day or in the middle of the night? Ice climbing requires skill, experience, and specialized equipment. If you ever want to try it, make sure you understand both the techniques involved and your own limits. Snow may seem gentle as it falls, but once enough of it accumulates, its enormous weight can place more pressure on a roof than it was designed to handle. The house had already become an unintended swimming pool because of the flood. But once the wall could no longer withstand the pressure, everything inside quickly descended into chaos. Let's send a little encouragement to the owner of this vehicle by leaving a 9 in the comments if you feel for them too. The mountainside seemed to change its mind in an instant, sweeping everything into its path. Fortunately, luck was on the motorcyclist's side. Sometimes survival instincts react faster than conscious thought, and the television became the unexpected victim of this frantic escape. A herd of cattle suddenly wandered into a business in Cartago, damaging property and leaving the owner with unexpected losses. The elephant may simply have been reacting on instinct. Respecting the space of wild animals is always the best approach. In Ananagar, Delhi, India, rising floodwaters weakened the structure, creating a terrifying scene as the building suddenly collapsed. Landslides always capture our curiosity because of the Earth's incredible power, but remember that they should only ever be admired from a safe distance. Being just 1/10 of a second slower could have led to a completely different ending. Fortunately, the 2 people inside the vehicle escaped this dangerous moment. A high-end electric off-road vehicle is only as safe as the person operating it. Even one unfamiliar maneuver can send you to the ground. A cyclist narrowly escaped disaster after a dump truck lost control, rolled over, and collided with a bus. They hadn't even had the chance to order their meal before nature called in the wind and cleared the entire table in the most unexpected way. Strong winds don't just make travel more difficult. They can also turn ordinary objects on the street into unexpected hazards. What you just saw really is an office chair, but why it ended up here remains a mystery. More than 600 pounds of corn spilled across the highway after a semi-truck accident, creating a hazard for vehicles behind it and resulting in a traffic citation for the driver. An intersection is never a place to rush through. Traveling at more than 62 miles per hour, the truck lost its brakes and turned the intersection into an extremely dangerous situation. Nature didn't seem ready to end the challenge. Just as crews began restoring the roadway, another landslide came crashing down. Heavy rainfall exposed the weakness of National Highway 415 in Arunachal Pradesh as an entire section of roadway and its retaining wall collapsed one after another. After seeing this, I think home is still the perfect place to sit down and enjoy a conversation. The moment the glass shattered shows exactly why staying away from windows and balconies is so important during high winds. Modern aircraft are designed to channel lightning through the fuselage and safely out of the aircraft, helping minimize the risk. When something fails inside a refrigerator, built-up pressure or damaged components can trigger an unexpected reaction, causing it to explode and damage the surrounding area. Skiathos is often called the St. Martin of Europe, but the thrill of spectacular plane departures should never outweigh the importance of following safety warnings. The unmanned rocket, weighing more than 200 pounds and measuring about 33 feet long, failed to complete its mission, marking Interstellar Technologies' second consecutive launch failure. A freight train may need thousands of feet to come to a complete stop. That's exactly why once the crossing gates come down, you should never try to beat the train. A bear suddenly charged toward a man in a parking lot, but he managed to jump into his vehicle just seconds before the situation became even more dangerous. On encounter with a wild elephant quickly turned into a full-speed sprint that I'm sure none of them ever wants to experience again. During the mating season, bull moose may see vehicles or people as threats. The historic church in Cebu, Philippines could not withstand the magnitude 6.9 earthquake, proving that even structures that have stood for centuries have their limits. Heavy vehicles are often the ultimate test of a road's structural integrity, and this time the roadway in Ibagué failed that test. Perhaps this is one of the rare times you don't have to spend much effort clearing snow because it fell exactly where it needed to. Which natural disasters are most common across the United States at this time of year? A truck carrying fireworks suddenly exploded, reminding us that transporting flammable and explosive materials always requires strict safety procedures. This moment proves that slowing down a few seconds earlier is always better than slamming on the brakes at the very last moment. Just one moment of distraction can change an entire journey. Fortunately, the driver stopped just in time before reaching the man. A garbage truck rolled over while turning, showing that every corner demands extra care when operating heavy vehicles. These white seas of clouds may contain hundreds of tons of water, yet they remain suspended by the delicate balance of temperature and air movement. Nature always finds new ways to surprise us. Just one powerful gust of wind can turn a waterfall into water flowing upward. Altocumulus undulatus clouds form when layers of air ripple through the atmosphere, creating wave-like patterns that resemble the surface of the ocean. Perhaps the car never imagined it would one day become a rescue fortress, when a man had to flee from a surprisingly determined dog. An encounter between a wild elephant and people in the middle of a city shows that when human and wildlife habitats overlap, unexpected situations can happen. The man brought a fishing rod, but the sheep brought a headbutt that turned a fishing trip into an unexpected swimming session. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but it took everyone a few moments to understand what had just happened after this unexpected incident. This must have felt like a well-earned reward for the woman's heartfelt prayers every single day. A massive iceberg unexpectedly rolled over near the coast of Ilulissat, Greenland, revealing the underside of the ice for the very first time in a spectacular and rarely seen event. In Kasepuhan, Siptamulia Village, West Java, Indonesia, the stilt house's mostly wooden structure allowed the fire to spread rapidly, destroying the entire building. Thankfully, no one was injured. Who do you think was at fault in this traffic incident? In Mardin, a power line suddenly snapped and fell into an area where people were walking, creating a moment that left everyone in shock. This was an extremely dangerous situation, but it seems the driver's calm reaction made all the difference. A truck stopped on the railroad tracks triggered a chain of unexpected events, reminding us that a few rushed seconds can sometimes lead to enormous consequences. On the Enghien Highway near Brussels, Belgium, a single gear selection mistake sent a car onto the railroad tracks, reminding us that staying calm and carefully controlling every action behind the wheel is essential. How would you rate this very unusual driver? The motorcycle probably just wanted the ride to be over as quickly as possible. More than 400 whales appeared off the coast of California, turning an ocean explorer tour into the kind of experience many people only dream of. The true hero of this moment is the golden dog. The pedestrian followed the traffic rules, but one driver failing to yield was enough to turn the situation into a dangerous one. The vehicle spun wildly across the roadway as though it had completely lost its sense of direction. Fortunately, no other vehicles crossed its path. Running a red light just once led to a chain reaction crash in Brisbane, proving that waiting a few extra seconds is always worth it. Not every danger on the road comes from a collision. Sometimes a vehicle's own components can become a hazard if they aren't properly maintained. This moment shows that driving at an appropriate speed not only helps you stay in control, but also gives you those precious extra seconds to avoid a crash. Now that's what you'd call a gift from above, but with a jackfruit falling this close to your head, anyone would gladly decline. One careless moment can lead to hours of hard work to put everything back together. The sight of hundreds of birds suddenly falling from the sky in Chihuahua, Mexico left many people stunned and raised countless questions about what caused it. Lionesses are the primary hunters of the pride, so their powerful muscles and remarkable pulling strength are the result of generations of evolution for survival. Behind the image of a fearsome predator, lions also display social behaviors and curiosity that surprise many people. Every moment in today's video shows that the unexpected can happen at any time. Understanding risks, staying calm, and being better prepared are some of the best ways to protect yourself. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more incredible moments.